Okay, back in this again. I'm gonna have to restart my last play. I was trying to stream to YouTube earlier, but halfway through my time, the servers crapped out. Hoping that doesn't happen again. See, I have played this game before, as you could probably saw by my... certain things I'm noticing now I didn't notice before in this opening cutscene. They're secrets. I won't say anything in case someone is, just starting to see this for the first time. But yeah, this is a very good game. I need to read a bit more of it, because that's what I was saying last time. I kind of skimmed through all the dialogue when I should have actually been reading it and getting immersed. Alright, here we go. The morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock, where you collapsed the night before. The short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to the Great Marrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Oh well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. Right? And I have my... Alright, fresh start. Met the mayor of Great Marrow, who sent me out to catch some fish and find my bearings. Seems nice enough. Warned me to be back before nightfall, though. Said something about fog. Bit dramatic. Alright, advised me to catch as much fish as I can, then head back to Greater Marrow. Alright. Right. I get some fish. We got a blue mackerel. Alright, that's that depleted. Blue mackerel, practically worthless, but enough to stave off hunger. And we've got a floating buoy. It serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscured hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of the night. So yeah, there's that, and then there's also the bit about the lighthouse over there. Oh, I should probably switch. Yeah, this shower. And the sky. We got a cod. Boop, boop, boop. Cod. Plentiful and basic. As being very passive-aggressive toward the fish in your description. Time only advances while you're moving. The lighthouse towers above. Waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bones broken and thrown at its feet. You ponder the intrinsic power of this structure, a vast column of stone shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin, its purpose exhausted? The lighthouse towers above. Oop. Let's get that. Message in a bottle. Right. 20th of August, 1927. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today, we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of the Greater Morrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julia. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he has prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I could see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket in the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. I think you should have thrown that away. You just not bring about the ire of ill luck and fortune upon the seas. Alright, let's head back. And see what that said about my light. Usually it's like, keep your light on, it keeps away the darkness. Is there anything bad? I wonder if having your light on during the day. You step onto the dock at the Greater Morrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan, but I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So, to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in return, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Selling fish helps the town and pays off my debt. Got it. Off you go, then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. Alright, fishmonger. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter.
You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast.
What happened to the other one?
It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more, too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different. But while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you worked on paying it off first. So let's see what you got.
Alright, sell all my fish. We got our basic fishing pole. Splintered and fragile, this rod is only capable of catching fish, the smallest of fish. And a peculiar engine. Someone's tuned this engine in an unfamiliar way. Whatever they did seems to have given it more power than normal. Interesting. The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? Okay. One last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to the damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take any damage from the rocks, or any damage at all, I can patch it up, mostly. She shrugs, and gestures toward the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wood boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look round. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Alright, we're gonna get a simple skimmer. A lightweight rod suited to catching fish that live in the shallows. A small spool makes for unlimited reeling speed, however. Right? What can I do for you? I'd like to pay off some of my debt. Of course. How much would you like? Repay. All of it. Fantastic! Now, what else can I do for you? What happened to the last fisherman? The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night and come back with no fish and proceed to sleep all day. He was also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly rushing aground on the reef, even in broad daylight. The shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. No, he was no good. One evening he left and never came back. So long. He shan't be missed by us. What else can I do for you? I want to ask about the wider region. Certainly. Is there somewhere in particular you wish to know about? The Gale Cliffs. Well, the main port over there is a place called Ingfell. It's right on the approach to the cliffs. You can't miss it. It's a whaling town, but I haven't heard much talk of it these days. I think quite a few people have left, one way or another. Is there another area you'd like to discuss? Stellar Basin? Quite a popular tourist destination. There's a resort on the atoll, built on top of a beautiful coral reef. I'm sure there's a wide variety of fish there. Maybe you fancy getting your hooks into some of those. Twisted Strand. Tell me about that. I don't think there's much to tell. It's just a tangled mess of trees. It's often blanketed in a thick fog, even during the day. You'd want some good lights and a good sense of direction if you're to go exploring there. And Devil's Spine. Yes, it's quite exciting, really. An active volcano amongst a city of ancient ruins. I must caution against sailing there, however. The ruins lie in low water and would surely tear through your hull. Not to mention, the aforementioned volcano could erupt at any moment. You can occasionally hear it rumbling from here. Alright. Thank you. Let's give us a leap. Ignoring that very much pillar of red. The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood, with a spring in his step. Fantastic news. Thanks partially to your efforts, Great Amaro is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have something to talk about to you soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. Alright, fishmonger.
I have a special order to come through from a customer. If you could fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices.
Alright, tell me about the order.
They asked for 1 gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring in Bring them in when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water in order to catch those. Shipwright should be able to sort that for you. Lousy weather lately almost makes you not want to get out of bed. But you and I, we've got to do it, eh? We're what keeps people from going hungry.
Yep. Dry dock. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for equipment, and even superior hulls. We'll need a decent stock of hard materials for these projects, lumber, metal scraps, that sort of thing. How do I get materials? There's plenty of decent materials around the coast from various shipwrecks and the like. I'm sure you'll find a way to get them. Materials assigned towards upgrades here will be stored, so don't worry if you only have half of what we need. Alright, I got nothing for that right now, but I can upgrade my stuff. We're gonna add a new engine. Improved outboard engine, effective propeller design makes this a reasonable engine for those on a budget. Right, but we need to go get some fish. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's get the flounder and the gray eel. There's a bottle over there, I see. Go flounder. Gray eel, a slimy creature tainted with the silt and muck of the seabed. And where's the flounder? Go flounder, a pathetic, cowardly, bottom-dwelling fish. That's so mean. Can't help it, he's where he lives. Alrighty. Pursuits. Stronger the greater. When I received a special order for that business, fulfilling me well, fulfilling the order. Right.
Have you got any fish for that order? Yes. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the order on ice until it's ready to go.
Right, here's a flounder. And an eel. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money.
Good, good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. This one's a little bit more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night. Well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. Have you seen that strange red light at night? It seems to be rising from the west.
Yes. Alright, some money. While I'm at it, let's move that aside. You want a variety of tackle to catch all the fish out there. Make sure you're prepared for whatever come across. Alright, I'm gonna get an improved. We got rusty outboarding engine. How old rusty engine won't get far without this. It's 10. Improved outboard engine. Effective propeller. Okay, we're gonna need more What's my current engine at? Speed-wise. 14. Yeah, well... what do we want? Alright, we'll just do that for now. Right. Let's get some squid. Arrow squid. Oop. Right. Exposure to fog and other things increases your pranic light and sleeping will reduce it. Got it. And I think I remember there's a grouper over there. Grouper. Black grouper. I'm hearing the voices. Stop by here. Alright. What do we got here? How's the day treating you? What's it like working on the docks? As changeable as the weather. Ha! Most days it's pretty quiet. Days pay's not too great, but work's straightforward. That suits me to a T. It's good to get that fresh sea breeze without actually being on the water. No offense, but you wouldn't get me out on those seas every day. What else can I do you for? Alright. Trader. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques. The shelves full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you over silver spectacles.
Hello, is that... No. I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be.
What are you writing?
I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps?
Unfortunately, no. Let's check my encyclopedia. Grouper. A short, stocky fish with molted black coloring, perfect camouflage in the black waters of night. Arrow squid. Rises from the depths at night to feed or be fed upon. They only fed at night. Oh. And we are off. We head out. We are going to get that bottle. Let's get this first. Oh, but we cannot. We don't have a dredger. Okay. 21st August, 1927. We had a small accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of the Greater Marrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around, and a few items fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they were, which is of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He is paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I have never known him to be so superstitious. 'Cause he kept the locket with the old name, thus making the ceremony. No. Honey, you screwed everything up. It's all your fault. Mm-hmm. Back to shore. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension.
Why are you here?
I've come to fish.
There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on.
She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Okay. What do you got to say, Mare?
Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Morrow? Would you give this package to the dock worker there, please?
Sure. The Mare hands you a small damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. Okay, let me sell my stuff.
Have you got the fish for that order?
Yes.
Just leave whatever you have here. Keep the order on ice until you're ready to go.
Alright, 2 squid. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money.
I didn't think you had it in you. Fishing night is tall order. Been meaning to talk to you about a new business venture. I've been considering crab pots. I've got one here for you. In fact, it's a bit banged up, but you get it fixed at the shipwright.
Right. Thank you. Ability unlock crab pot. Deploy a crab pot. Don't forget where you put it.
Should be pretty straightforward. Just drop it at sea anywhere, then come back a day or two to check on it. I've got a custom after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. Not all schools of fish are the same. Some contain abnormal specimens. Sometimes you can even tell just by looking from the surface.
Okay, sell my fish. There you go. Crab pots. Looks like some of your equipment could use some fixing. We can repair that here. Alright, repair that. Thank you. We're gonna get a new... So yeah, if I sell this, I'm gonna have enough for a new engine. Improved outboard engine. There we go. So we're gonna want to go to Little Marrow, which over there. Ah, it's just across the way. That's the one I went to before. Deliver package. Mayor of Greater Marrow asks you to deliver a package to the dock worker at Little Marrow, which is to the east. Package feels quite dense and damp. Something is seeping through the paper. Curious, but I won't open it. Well, it's a common crab and a fiddler crab. Huh? Alright, let's deploy the crab. Let me check my encyclopedia for a second. I know the encyclopedia lets me know certain things. Okay, that's the Finlands. They're all kind of cut this depth. Alright, just leave that there. We'll come back for it. Straight across the way. And we'll fish as we head back. What? A delivery? Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view. Yeah, nice and fresh. This'll do nicely. I'll have to pay you, I suppose. He hands you some money. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. I'm sure you'll surely get more use out of it. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of pages are folded over. Keep it in your cap and perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat anytime. I know how lonely it can be. What do we got? Sustainable fishing. I haven't read it yet. Alright. Reading it as we're going. Ooh, is that a thunderbolt? That's a long rumble. Stingray! What do we know about the stingray? Good eating, but requires careful preparation. Okay. And I think we can hit up some blue mackerel. Alright. Heading back. Nothing in our crab pot yet. Normally when something happens, we get a little... it'll start to flash.
Lousy weather lately. Almost makes you not want to get out of bed. Yeah, I know.
Okay. Is there anything else we could do? If you're wanting to get a bit more out of your engines, take a look through this book on the house. She pulls a book from the toolbox nearby and hands it to you. A few of the pages are stuck together with grease. Alright, I'm gonna want that rod. And get this guy. Remember, you don't have to have all the materials at once. You can store whatever you have right here at the dry dock. Well, yeah, but I don't have the ability to dredge yet. I need the ability to dredge. Alright, so I can... read those one at a time. What's my time? Okay. Give a sleep. Hey, Mary, got anything to tell me? Damage your hull is bound to stop engines from functioning right. Be careful near rocks. Alright, let's go out to fish some more. I got some crabs. Fiddler crab. Ooh. Yeah, some of the... I'm noticing now we're getting more variations in music. A relatively normal-sized crab with a preposterously large claw. The claw can grip with incredible strength, but the arm is fragile and can be snapped off with ease. Okay, I got one fiddler crab. Let's offload it. And head out for some more fish.
You got any crabs for that order? Don't forget, if your crab pots get worn out, the shipwright should be able to patch them up.
Right, there's that one.
Alright, come back when you have everything. Now, regular business, eh? I found this book out back. Could be useful to you.
Fishmonger reaches under the counter and hands you a damp, battered book. A few shimmering fish scales are stuck to the cover. I appreciate the writing in this game. I'm appreciating it more now that I'm actually reading it. I was like, skip, skip, skip. Alright, fish. 1 mackerel. Alright. Got a great eel. 1 gray eel. Oceanic. I wonder when we're gonna get our first aberration. Also, head over. Let's actually head over here. Oh no. Unload. And then head over to that one island.
Don't overcommit yourself. Especially when the sun starts going down. Better to come back with a small catch than not come back at all.
Wise words, wise words. A simple unlucky hit is enough to knock out an engine. And you won't want to be without a motor when the fall rolls in. Alright, what do you got? So I think we can sell that peculiar engine. I kind of had a thing last time when I... Actually, no. It's a unique item. I was going to put it in storage for now. Get an improved one. There we go. Snooze a bit. And we got some crab pots. Common crab. Very nice. Yep, we got some crabs. And here you are. Fishmonger wraps up the crabs and hand you some money.
These'll do. Glad you got some use out of that old pot. You can always buy more here, or repair damaged ones at the shipyard. There's something else I wanted to... No, forget it.
Yeah?
What? You seen the strange red light at night? It seems to be rising from the west.
What do I got? Common crab, crusty carapace, and clicking claws caught in a cage close to the coast. I like your alliteration there. Wait for more orders. Fishmonger doesn't have any other orders for me yet. I think I have to catch an aberration first. I don't have the ability to dredge. Gross. Ruined mansion workshop. The workshop looks as though it hasn't been used in decades. Go inside. You enter, taking a moment to let your eyes adjust to the dim light. You find some horrifying creations among the detritus. Sign of ruin. That's gonna have to go to storage. Sign of ruin. A symbol of the deep is carved into the small talisman. It's sure to draw the attention of those attuned to it. Aberration bonus. Alrighty. The door is locked. Okay. Alright. I think also while we're out, we should try to find find where that thing was rising. Heels. Ah, here it is. Sustainable fishing completed. Sustainable fishing, a hefty tome and laborious read. It goes into great detail about techniques that can be employed to reduce the impacts of fishing upon fish stocks. Mentions something about ensuring a healthy ecosystem for future generations. 10% chance to not reduce fish stocks when catching a fish with a rod. Very good. Correct engine operation. Let's read that. What do we have here? But we can't dredge anything yet. No. Oh, I see over there. It's the lights. Actually, we should be heading back now. Let's look at this. Stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes dance upon its surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on them. Place my hand. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. So yeah, these things will only activate when you're kind of crazy. Oh, hello. All that's left of this boat is an old husk. You pull a little closer, look inside. Oh. Got some stuff. I have descriptions for these. Citrine ring. Gold ring clasping a glowing citrine. Old iron chain. Junk to the untrained eye, but there's good metal here. Someone might pay for this. Research part. A curious looking component. Could be used to develop new equipment, but would need some investigation at a dock first. Then lumber. Waterlogged wooden boards could be useful to someone. Maybe. Very good. Ooh. Aberration. Oh, but I'm not going to have enough space for it. And I could always get rid of one of the cods, if need be. Ah. What do we get? Barbed eel. What do we get? A spine broken with sharp angles and crooked curves. A row of teeth bent on revenge. Ooh. My lights on. Lights are on. I just need to. I need to get a. What you call it? I need a light. Ooh, but there's more aberrations. I'm gonna go a little crazy. It's fine. Tusked grouper. Ah. No. Oh well, I gotta throw it back. Throw it back! Alright, but at least got in our encyclopedia. Pig-like tusks protrude from the mouth of this ravenous brute. With no eyes to speak of, it attacks indiscriminately. Alright, let's head back before we lose our minds even further. Rocks appearing. And get a crab. Boop. Boop. Fisherman, have you run into a photographer on your travels? She docked here a few days ago for supplies. I suggest she take some pictures of the town for promotional purposes, but she didn't seem too interested. She mentioned she was heading south. Perhaps you should introduce yourself. What's it today? You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath.
Ah, now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder.
He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach, and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open. From its stomach he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief.
Well, I've never seen it before in all my days. I'll give you this thing, and I'll pay you up front for the fish too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more.
Handkerchief. A once beautiful handkerchief drawn from the inside of a grotesque fish patterned with delicate crimson thread. Okay. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you took to the fishmonger. And I'll be clear. I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me at Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition that you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. Oh, wait. Go to my research. Get a hydraulic rod. And you got other crab pots. Aberration bonuses. Hydraulic rod, mechanically assisted reels allowed the catching of significantly larger specimens. Right, yep, I know. Alright, T. Rod spaces. Go for an engine space. Or net spaces. There's that. And we'll let this put net space. Give a sleep. Before we head over, I'm gonna drop some stuff off in Little Marrow.
Welcome. Have you found anything special today?
Alright, there you go. Alright, to the aisle. Weather's perfect. They're actually making a movie about this game now. A man is standing in a doorway, watching you approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a collector of many things, art and artifacts, treasures and truths, and curios that occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something for me. You give the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable. Even after all this time, this handkerchief comes from an old ship I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carries items of great importance. As you can imagine, retrieving them is proving to be a challenge. It's proving to be challenging. That's where you come in. My proposition is this. I will outfit your vessel with equipment that will let you dredge the wrecks and dark depths. Find me these lost relics, and I will reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up your fishing career. I'll merely need a few hours with your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? I accept. An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, and a music box and key. I would encourage you to ask around the towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences. Anything that might be worthy of investigating. Return when you have something. Alright, I already know where one of them is. I think. Right, here we go, this one. Oh, and there's an apparition there. Key. That is a big key. I don't think I have, though. Yeah, no. Ah. Seagull? Alrighty. You enter the collector's house. He's standing at the back of the room, still holding the silver and crimson book. He seems impatient. Well, have you something? You have something, don't you? Show me. You hand him the key. The cold metal shimmers a strange shine as he holds it. The shape of the key, the teeth, the head, now somehow seem changed, smaller. Has it always been that way, this way? Is this all? Where is the lock? The collector grows agitated. It seems the pieces we're looking for have traveled further than I anticipated. Much further, I suspect. In that case, allow me to aid your travels. He turns a few pages in his book and mutters something low under his breath. A burst of red light fills your vision, and you stagger back briefly. Otherworldly speed at a price. Now go. We have more relics to uncover. My intuition tells me that the current may have carried some debris to the southeast toward Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? The words you read from that book, what did they do to me? The book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its power towards you. Is there one in particular you wish to know more about? Haste. The words of haste are instant and cruel. They will impart a terrible speed to your vessel. Be warned, however. It may put a great deal of stress on your engines. Alright. Anything else? How long have you lived here? Quite some time. I used to be a fisherman, as was my father before. But 2 decades ago I took up residence here. I needed to focus on other endeavors. I found that this island has a certain strength to it. Those dark basalt columns stretching downwards into the deep. Do you know who owned these relics? Yes. Who? He looks at you. For a moment, a look of something like regret flashes in his eyes. An old friend. Anything else? Where should I look for relics? Okay, yeah. You told me this already, I know. A sleepy, sleepy. Snoozy, snoozy, snore. Honk, snoo. Alrighty. Well, actually, that's gonna have to be time for me. Alright, can I save? Save and quit. Yep. Alright. See, I'm gonna just do this like hour every day if I can help it. Definitely doing Twitch, then transferring it to YouTube. After a bit of editing, just to cut down on time. But yeah, currently trying to be a bit more regular with my streaming and uploading onto YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep going through this game again. Just wish there was a bit more to this game. I want there to be more. Like the whole map. I think they're done with it. I'm not sure. I mean, they're making a movie. I don't know if there's gonna be more expansions in the future. I think Pale Reach and Iron Rig was it. Which is kind of a shame. I wish there was like... I love it. I love this game. I want there more. I want more. I want more. Alright. Oh yeah. If you like my stuff, check out my coffee. I'm gonna try to get up a Patreon at some point. Yeah, stuff's been tough. You like my videos? Check out my coffee for art as well. I'm gonna try be making a thumbnail for this. My first thumbnail for videos, yay! Hopefully. It might not be the first upload, I need some time to work on it. But yeah. This is your first time ever seeing this game? I'm gonna do my best to do the voices for all the characters, so that's gonna be that. And I won't be revealing any kind of spoilers or anything as I go through. I mean, I already know everything, but yeah. Hope you'll stick it with me as I go through. Anyway, that's time for me. I'll be streaming this a little bit later, like day by day, if I can. Stuff again is difficult right now. All right, well, I'll see you guys later. Ciao, ciao.